Hello everybody, this is Hybrid, and today I'll be reviewing Amazing Spider-Man issue number 697. So we're 3 issues away from the big finale at number 700, so let's dive into this issue. And before I actually get into it fully, I gotta say, I actually really did enjoy this issue. Just kind of my quick recap, we have the Hobgoblins chasing Peter Parker and Max for the Goblin Key, which supposedly leads them to Norman Osborn's secret Goblin lair. Now, they chase them, and, at the same time, they're kind of fighting each other as well. And if you didn't know this, the 2 Hobgoblins are the new Hobgoblin, Phil Urich, and the original Hobgoblin, Roderick Kingsley. I think that's how you pronounce his name. So, Max and Peter end up getting to the Goblin lair, whatever you want to call it, and you see the armory, which has, a lot of Goblin things, and also the Iron Patriot armor, which is very interesting as well. They need the kind of code to get in there fully without it self-destructing. So Peter calls calls Harry Osborn up and gives him the key, and they go through all the inventory while the Hobgoblins are trying to break in. Peter Parker comes up with a great idea as disguising himself as Spider-Man, like that always works, and pretty much fighting the Hobgoblins. Now, in the process, the machine that overwrites his spider sense goes back on, but he remembers his training that he went through with Shang-Chi, the physical training he went through, and is able to suppress the pretty much massive migraine he gets from that in order to keep on functioning as Spider-Man. So he fights the 2 Hobgoblins and actually does a pretty good job of it, I'd say, while Max goes to protect this girl that's being targeted by the Hobgoblins as well with this self-destruct drone. And yeah, so Spider-Man ends up defeating the 2 Hobgoblins, and the original Hobgoblin just electrocutes the new one and brings them to kind of the harbor and gives him a talking to, saying, you know what, I'll let you be the Hobgoblin, but we're going to have to make a deal. So with that being said, Spider-Man, pretty much calms everybody down, saying, Peter Parker's safe, everybody's safe, it's all good. But at the same time, Norman Osborn escapes the Columbia University Medical Center coma ward. That's gonna cause some issues. And we go to Paris with the original Hobgoblin again, Roderick Kingsley, and essentially he pretty much outlines the fact that he's been making supervillain franchises around the world, and he's about to make a new one called New Unicorn. So yeah, it's interesting. And then in the next issue we have, I guess, where it all falls apart according to the kind of solicit it gives us at the end. So it's very, very interesting. I know it's a really short review, but it is actually a really good comic, I must admit. So I give art 4, plot 4, writing 4, characters 4, enjoyment 8. That's about 80%. Now, for the art, I actually thought it was pretty good. I really liked how they drew the Hobgoblins. You could really tell the difference between the 2, especially the original Hobgoblin. I did like that. And I liked how you could really see the emotion in their facial features and also their eyes, especially Peter Parker when he was getting override with the spider sense. Now the plot, I really do like this plot actually. I like how they're really kind of paying homage, you could say, to previous Spider-Man history. Like when Doc Ock unmasked Peter Parker, they are referencing a lot of things with the original Hobgoblin as well. I really do like that, and I like how it's a really simple yet at the same time complex enough plot line that you can follow it and really get into it, unlike Alpha, for example. Then the writing's pretty good too. Nothing really much to complain about except for the fact that it's not the best writing I've seen in a Spider-Man issue or in other issues regarding Spider-Man as well, but at the same time it's still pretty decent. Then characters 4, because they're all pretty much themselves, except for the new Hobgoblin kind of acts weird at times where he's like, oh, I like this person, let's not hurt them. Then he's like, oh, whatever, just blow him up. So it's kind of weird. Maybe they're trying to show off his insanity though. Except for I was pretty sure this Hobgoblin was sane. And enjoyment 8 because it's a pretty good issue, but it's not perfect or anything, but it's still pretty good. So like I said, 80%. This is Hybrid. Please subscribe, comment, and like. And remember, there's no comic book verses this week or the week after, I believe, for Thanksgiving. Kind of like a hiatus, you could say. So yeah, sorry if that was anyone down.